Hello, hello. Welcome back. Doing another walk and talk. Uh, so today I want to talk about your beliefs, the beliefs that you have. And are they really your beliefs or are they beliefs that have been passed down from other people, from society, from um, your parents, your grandparents? A lot of the beliefs that we have actually come from generations before us. So our family members who went through the Great Depression, their beliefs about money come down to us. Parents who, and I say this because I know a guy, and he says this, his family was part of the Holocaust survivors, and that has affected who he is. So, what beliefs do you have that you can start questioning and start going, is this really my belief or is this somebody else's belief? This could be with relationships, with jobs. Some people will say, "Oh, you can't make any money doing fill in the blank," and you can start looking at people who have made money doing that, and just say, "You know what? That's somebody else's belief. My belief is going to be that I can make a living and live very well doing whatever it is that you decide to do." Another belief would be that you have to have children. And some people just are not supposed to have children, and it's okay. Maybe they can't even have children. Uh, Look at the beliefs from a religious standpoint. I know that I can go into it's a slippery slope that I can walk into. I can see things from so many different perspectives. So when people say, "Oh, I am pro-life," I understand that. But I'm pro-choice because I don't know what that other person has gone through. Maybe if they have a child, they will lose their own life and then they won't be there for their other child or children. I know this because I've heard the stories. I've listened to people and heard what they had to say. And because I did, it changed my beliefs. It opened my eyes to seeing things differently. And this isn't just with this slippery slope. It's not just with politics and religion. It is in all the areas of your life. And just start questioning, who says that I have to believe this way? It's For me, I'm vegetarian. I've gotten people that just give me nasty looks and nasty remarks because I choose not to have uh, meat products. I choose not and I used to, but I choose not to. And I have people who disrespect me for that and have disrespected me for that. And they were my friends. That's what's even worse. And not just saying, okay, that's your choice. It's okay. Sometimes we don't, we, will, I'm trying to be very careful here. Because like I said, this is the slippery slope that I'm going down. But if you're still here, it's because you're open to listening and hearing, just like I am. I really want to understand certain things and where other people come from. And I say this to people. I say, I will ask a question and I would say, I'm going to ask you this question and I know the answer. However, I want to hear your answer because you might tell me something I haven't thought of or show me a completely different perspective I didn't even consider. I didn't even see. And a lot of times I get the answer I expect. So yeah, that's kind of what I thought also. And then there's other times they show me something and it's like, and I explain it like this. We get our blinders on, and this is what we see. This is our beliefs. Sometimes they are walls that are up high, and somebody comes along and tears down that wall and says, "Did you see that field of flowers over there? Did you even notice that there's horses in that field? Did you notice that luscious forest that's behind that? Did you see any of that?" And I'm like, oh. So start questioning your beliefs, all of your beliefs, and just start wondering, where did they come from? And who gave them to me? So one of the things I was taught growing up was, and I thought about this just the other day. I hadn't thought about this in years, but it used to be, uh, my like when I was doing dishes, my mom would say, "Make sure it's all, that the soap is all rinsed off, otherwise it'll make you sick." And I was like, where did that belief come from? And maybe years and years ago, they made a soap that was very toxic for the system, but it was clean. So maybe that's where it came from, is maybe from her grandparents. Is that true today? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, because I didn't go down that rabbit hole. I have other rabbit holes that I go down. But start asking yourself the different beliefs that you have. Start questioning them and opening yourself up to receiving whatever it is that, it may open your eyes. You may receive new information that's saying that the old information you were given is outdated. It's just kind of interesting when you start questioning your beliefs, and it comes with relationships also. Who says you have to be married? Who says you have to be married by a certain time? Who says you are too old to get married? Who says fill in the blank when it comes to a relationship? Who says you have to be in a toxic relationship? Who says all men are no good? Who says all women are crazy? Start questioning all of the beliefs that you have in all the different areas. And it will open your perspective up and open your eyes up to a new way of looking at things. And then you will grow in ways you never realized that you could grow. And for myself, by doing this, it humbled me. It humbled me to the point where I just look at things so much differently now. And I used to be, and I tell people this, and they're shocked. I talked about this in a previous video about our human design. My human design was, one of the things was arrogance. And it's one of the things I'm here to learn. And I said, yeah, arrogance is something I've got, it was an issue. And I told my friend that, and he would, what? You arrogant? And that's because I used to have those blinders up so tight, and I was like, my way, no other way. And I did this in my marriage. I did this in so many aspects of my life. I had my blinders up so tight. There's only one way, and there is no other way. And once I took those blinders down and allowed those blinders to come down, it opened up a whole new me. It helped me see myself in a different way, that in the world in a different way. I mean, heck, I told you in a previous video, I literally lived all around the world. That in itself shaped me. However, I still had my hardcore views. I lived in these amazing countries where I was the minority. I know what it's like to be the minority. I know what it's like to hear other people's like call to prayer. Lived in Turkey for 2 years. The call to prayer would go off. And to be able to experience that and to go into a mosque, it was just amazing. And to experience different cultures really opens your mind up. So my question for you, what beliefs can you let go of? Is there anybody that has the opposing beliefs as you that you can talk to and listen to? It's not talk at, not say this is and spew out you whatever your beliefs are. Sit there, listen, and go, oh, oh, I see it differently now. Because I tell you what, these beliefs that are being thrown out at us and given to us by our parents, they may be correct for another era, but they may not be correct for now. They may not be correct for you. They may be different for you. So if you're still here, I want to tell you I appreciate you so much because you've already taken those blinders down. You've opened yourself up. You're allowing yourself to hear things from a different perspective. And I just appreciate you for making it all the way through, because in this day and age, a lot of times we don't even make it all the way through. If it's not instant, it's gone. So I'm gonna just want to say I'm proud of you for listening all the way through. Thank you for listening, because your time is very valuable to me. And I hope each and every one of you have an amazing day. Take care. Bye.